Golden Wildfire. Darkness attacks. After securing an initial victory at Fhirdiad, Claude prepares to negotiate with Dimitri. But then word of an alarming crisis back home forces the Federation army to retreat. The glimmer of hope that the war was nearing its end has been snuffed out by those who seek to spread chaos and destruction throughout Fodlan.
We made good time coming this far, but we should slow our march. We're coming up on the affected region. You've probably all heard what's happening by now, but I want to make sure everyone's on the same page. Several days ago, there was a sudden spike in bandit activity within Ordelia Territory and the neighboring Imperial territory of Hrym. The bandits have attacked rural villages and larger towns alike, ransacking them repeatedly.
House Ordelia fought to restore order, but the attacks have increased to the point where we can no longer contain them.
These territories were completely secure before we launched our invasion. How did things change so quickly?
We don't know what's motivating the attacks, but survivors claim to have spotted some suspicious figures working alongside the bandits.
You mean people like Tomas and Myson?
Exactly. I've actually received some confidential information from Edelgard about them. Those who slither in the dark. At least that's what the Empire calls them. They can shapeshift, they command dangerous powers, and they influence events in mysterious ways. In short, they bring chaos to Fodlan.
I was under the impression that the Empire found their hideout and purged them all.
Yeah, well, some of them escaped. Lord Arundel, their leader, seemingly up and vanished. And no one's caught so much as a glimpse of Tomas since he fled from Garrett Mach.
In light of the circumstances, I am afraid I must ask. Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, not a clue. Honestly, I'd like to interrogate them myself. See if there's any connection between us.
Yes, I am sure you would. Forgive me, it was a boorish question.
But there's no way you have anything to do with them, right?
Well, your powers are similar. Maybe we'll find out more in the battles ahead.
It's entirely possible that you came into contact with them when you were still too young to remember.
Yeah, maybe. Guess I should take this opportunity to learn what I can.
I know we're all dying to find out what their endgame is, but restoring order comes first. The flames of unrest are already catching in neighboring regions. We'll have a full-blown catastrophe on our hands if we ignore it. This is why we had to abandon our battle with the Kingdom. We need to stomp this out, and fast.
For all you know, you could be a part of those who slither in the dark. It's entirely within the realm of possibility. And yet, not a single one of them seems to be considering that. Just look how much they trust you.
I've got an idea.
Here's what I had in mind.
I have a proposal.
I've got it! You can count on me.
One step at a time.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid, solid.
Doesn't a meal made by a friend always taste better?
Agreed. Maybe I'll treat you to something myself next time. I'm quite the skilled cook, if I may say.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
This is my favorite. You've got good taste.
This is one of my favorites. Thank you.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Why do you take such small bites? You'd enjoy it a lot more if you just dug in.
I do not criticize your table manners, so please leave mine alone.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid, solid.
Wow, that hit the spot! I'm so glad we're friends.
You like this stuff too? I knew we got along for a reason.
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Hey, this is great. I bet anyone would love this stuff.
Hey, my favorite! You sure know how to brighten a guy's day.
Wait, for me? Great. I love this stuff.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Ah, the simple joys of a refreshing morning's exercise.
Oh, hey, Lorenz. Kinda early for you, isn't it? What are you doing here?
In truth, I was waiting for you, Leonie. I merely decided to fit in a spot of training in the meanwhile.
For me?
There's something I was hoping to speak to you about. Do you recall our last conversation here? You said, the day may come that more commoners begin to make their own choices, begin to live without relying on the nobility.
Sure, I remember. What about it?
Well, your words were quite shocking to me. I've spent no small amount of time turning them over in my mind since. If you speak true, I wonder how I, as a noble, should proceed.
Huh. And? You reach any grand conclusions?
Well, it is an ironclad rule of the nobility that the commoners living on our land fall under our protection. And yet, some still slip through our fingers. That is simply the state of things in today's world. In a way, you are one of them, though you did choose this path of your own accord.
Hold on. Did you really have to put it like that? I didn't slip through anyone's fingers. I jumped out all on my own.
Well, yes, I suppose you did. My apologies. In truth, I find it exceedingly difficult to stand in the shoes of the everyman while also pushing matters forward as a noble. But if I'm unable to do exactly that, I have no hope of preserving the stability of my territory. As such, I am looking to bring an exceptional commoner into the ranks at House Gloucester to act as my advisor.
That's a surprise. I thought there was supposed to be some huge boundary between nobles and their people.
I assure you, such a boundary still exists. But I've come to realize something of late. As we proceed into the uncertain future, more and more common folk will begin to break free of their defined roles. Such an era will be upon us before long. Your actions are proof enough of that.
Whoa, slow down there. I don't think I'm some kind of great trailblazer or anything.
I've simply interpreted the meaning behind your words. I thank you for leading me to this realization.
Yeah, still not seeing it. I don't need your thanks.
Leonie, I had this idea with your story in mind. As for the commoner I would invite to House Gloucester, the proposal I mentioned earlier, how would you like to fill that role?
I appreciate the invite, really. And I know it's supposed to be this huge honor, but there's other things I want to do in life. My dream is to become a mercenary just like the captain, and I'm already on the road to making that happen. I can't abandon that. I won't.
Very well. I suppose I would not want to stand in the way of your dreams. In that case, I pray you succeed in your endeavors, but I'll be here should you ever change your mind.
Good to know I have a backup. Thanks, Lorenz.
Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
Yeah, let's get this done. Sure, I'll help.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
I sure hope it's something I can actually do.
Right. Let's get this out of the way.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
I'll do what I can.
Bear witness to my true power!
We all must do our fair share.
Ah, Constance. I have something I'd like to ask you.
I can't imagine how a dullard like myself would be anything but a bother to one such as you. However, I'm happy to answer anything you need.
Ah, perfect timing, Constance. I'd like to conduct a little experiment regarding the crest of Noah.
If my useless body can somehow help, it is yours.
Linhardt von Hevering, where are you?
Something wrong, Constance? You seem quite upset.
For crying out loud! There you are!
I demand to know why you are always coming to my other side and engaging in all manner of questions and experiments.
My secrets are being revealed one after another!
Well, naturally, I prefer to deal with someone who's forthcoming with her answers.
I am always forthcoming.
Actually, I'm finding you a bit troublesome.
Troublesome? What about me is troublesome? Explain yourself at once, you feckless cat of a man!
It's, well, you know.
No, I don't know. I'm answering whatever questions you throw at me, and that is the kind of mealy-mouthed, perfunctory response you deem fit to toss in my direction?
I suppose that's a fair point. But do you really want me to dig into detail on the bothersome parts of your personality?
Well, when you put it that way, it does sound like a discussion that would make me wroth.
Which is why I think the world is better off with my mealy-mouthed response, as you so aptly put it.
In that case, I shall let sleeping hounds lie.
Good. And with that, farewell.
Hold, cretin! My agreeing to drop that particular matter does not also apply to your digging about in my personal affairs via my other mood. We must discuss terms of exchange.
Terms of exchange?
Is it not obvious? My other side is cooperating with your research, so you shall cooperate with mine. There's always demand for new magical experimentation subjects, after all.
And what sort of magic do you mean exactly?
Magic that makes one's eyes emit a dazzling golden light.
For the briefest of moments, I thought this might actually be interesting. Yes, well, all this talking has exhausted me, so perhaps we can take the matter up at a later date?
Oh, I don't mind, but make sure you talk to me as I am now. Understand?
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat. I've got the hang of it.
This power will help me soar.
Even a mule will eventually reach its destination.
Not gonna forget this.
Not that there's any point in me getting stronger.
Very nice.
No surprises here.
Not gonna forget this.
I bet this'll come in handy.
This should come in handy.
Very nice.
I'll master this.
Not gonna forget this.
Getting stronger.
I've got the hang of it.
This better not be one of those weird powers.
This will help everyone out.
I had this talent hidden away?
Not gonna forget this.
Hope this is good for something.
No surprises here.
Even a mule will eventually reach its destination.
Just gotta let my muscles do their thing.
New power, is it? Excellent.
I bet this'll come in handy.
This better not be one of those weird powers.
This power will help me soar.
Even a mule will eventually reach its destination.
I had this talent hidden away?
Not that there's any point in me getting stronger.
I think it's making sense now.
Another trick up the old sleeve.
Just gotta let my muscles do their thing.
Very nice.
This will help everyone out.
Even a mule will eventually reach its destination.
I had this talent hidden away?
How's this gonna help?
Hey, that's not half bad.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
I still have some hidden... I still have some hidden... Finally.
There's nothing to fear from us. There's nothing to fear from us. The more I can do. The more I can. There's nothing to fear from a stiff. There's nothing to fear from a
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Hey, Lysithea, you have a minute? There's something I need to talk to you about.
Fine. You can have 1 minute. I might not look it, but I'm actually pretty busy here.
Don't I know it? I can't remember the last time I saw you take a break. Anyway, I'll keep it quick. It's about what happened in our last fight. Charging in headfirst like that isn't like you, Lysithea, and not in a good way.
And what, in your expert opinion, makes it so unlike me? All I did was end the battle in the quickest, most efficient way possible. Which in turn kept damages to a minimum. If anything, you should be thanking me.
It worked this time, sure. But there was a good chance it could have failed, too. You shouldn't leave things up to fate like that. If things hadn't gone your way, you could have lost your entire unit. You and your soldiers alike would be at the feet of the goddess right now. My point is, you need to make decisions based on strategy, not chance. I thought someone as smart as you would understand that.
Yes, that's enough lectures for today. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. But had my unit not rushed in, the battle would have dragged on for far too long. The fighting would have surely raged into the next day. We would have had to revisit our tactics entirely if the enemy changed formations at daybreak. And if things had gone south from there, it could have taken us more days further to finish the battle. I won't insist I made the right decision, but don't imply I didn't consider the possibilities. I was always fully aware that we could fail.
But failure didn't even have to be an option. Sure, the battle dragging on would have had an impact on the war at large. But so what? In the grand scheme of things, your life is far, far more valuable than a few measly days of combat. Please, Lysithea, I need you to promise me you won't put yourself in danger like that again.
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
You know, it's not just your own life you're rolling the dice with. Every single soldier you command would die with pride by your word.
So, you're saying I fail as a leader? Yes, maybe I do. Well, feel free to remove me from my post if you don't think I should be commanding troops. That's wholly within your right. Do what you will. Until then, I'm going to do what I will. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Sheesh. I don't know what's up with her, but I can't help if she's gonna be that stubborn about it. Either way, it doesn't seem like she's changing tunes anytime soon. Guess I'll just have to do what I can to keep her safe in the meantime.
I think this goes here.
Hello, Hilda. I see you're organizing the gear again?
Not such a rare sight anymore, is it?
Sadly for me, no.
Why? Sad you lost a fellow lazy bones?
Just so.
Wait, really?
Yes, but actually explaining it in detail will take far too much effort, so let's just leave it at that.
Okay, now I'm extra curious. I know all about your dirty secret, you know. About how you actually take charge and work when there's no one else to step up. So why do you keep playing the "I'm so lazy" card all the time?
I thought you of all people would understand this, Hilda. After all, are we not peers who work only when absolutely necessary? Even when you push your own work on someone else, you do so only after carefully assessing their situation.
I told you I don't push work on people. I mean, sure, maybe I maneuver myself so they end up asking to help, at which point I leap at the offer, but I never actually ask. But I suppose you're right that I always assess the situation first.
Previously, I said you and I would never be able to reach common ground. But now I see that I was mistaken.
You're sure quick to change your mind when it suits you.
I merely find it unfortunate seeing you working as you are now, when before you only ever did what was strictly necessary. If you've taken up the mantle of doing unnecessary work, it leaves me looking like the only idler.
And?
As such, I will offer you my assistance. Let's hurry up and finish here so we can rest that much sooner.
Wait, but why?
Just as I told you, it won't do me any good to be the only one not working around here.
Still not following.
I've grown terribly tired of talking. Must I explain?
I mean, I'm not gonna force you to explain, but I sure wish you would.
Oh, very well. But only because it benefits all parties involved. If you split your work with me, the work becomes easier. And by doing this easy work, I can then avoid being defamed as a common bed slug. If the pair of us both work a little more than before, things become easier for everyone. So let's both work hard together. A little.
All right. I mean, I guess that's good. Although I feel kind of like I'm being tricked somehow, so I'm not exactly happy about the whole deal.
Yes, yes. Let's just get this done already so I can return to a life of ease. I'm already sleeping.
There you are, Iggy.
What is it, Hapi?
Here, for you.
Thank you. Did you draw this?
I sure did. What do you think?
It's really good. Even better than I'd expect.
Really?
Yes. I feel the raw energy coming from each of your powerful pen strokes.
Happy to hear it. So, what can I do to make it better?
Let's see. Well, I suppose it might be nice to add a little greenery to the background. The subject is very well drawn, so you can fill the background with color and it will still stand out.
Greenery? Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, and maybe you could add some flowers? With a few more details, you can expand your world and really bring out the majesty and mystery of nature.
But I don't really need any of that stuff, do I? I mean, that's not the vibe I'm going for.
Oh, sorry. Yes, prioritizing the impression of the subject as it is now is equally important. Your deer was just so well drawn that well, I guess I ended up including things that I personally like.
Wait, you said deer. What deer?
The deer right there. The one that's pretty much the entire subject of the drawing?
I didn't draw a deer.
Then what's the brown thing?
So that's what it looks like, huh? It was supposed to be a guy. Guess I'm bad at this.
That's not true at all. I mean,
Look, you drew me before, so I guess it inspired me to try my hand at it. But it looks like I'm no good, so it's probably time to hang up my paintbrush.
No, wait! I can teach you. You can't give up on art just because I didn't understand your work.
Well, if you say so, I guess I'll keep going.
Okay. So, who is this a picture of?
It's you, Iggy.
Huh? Sorry, did you say me? Wait, so what are these horns?
Those are your glasses, obviously.
That's what those are? Oh, I did it again. I'm so sorry.
We lost him. Split up and search, boys. Don't let him get away.
They really are a persistent pack of scoundrels.
Someone shot me!
Yuri, over here! Oh, I think we're good. They won't chase us this far. Looks like I was just in time. Are you hurt?
So long as my face is fine, the rest of me doesn't matter. That's the real moneymaker, you know. And I appreciate the save, by the way.
You never change. Anyway, care to tell me why those thugs were after you?
Oh, just a little disagreement among businessmen. Happens all the time.
This is exactly why I said you had to find a different way to make money.
If you're going to lecture me, I'd prefer the arrow you gave my friend back there. Also, if you disagree with my methods, why save me in the first place? You could have left me to reap the consequences of my actions and had one less villain in the world.
I'm not lecturing you because I think you're a villain. I've no right to call you evil anyway. I just don't want to see you endanger yourself.
Sometimes the only way to get anything done is by putting yourself in harm's way. You should know. Or I suppose you've forgotten what it's like to wallow in the mud with the rest of us.
Trust me, I know. I can't forget the past no matter how hard I try. But I still think what you're doing is wrong. Not only are you hurting other people, you're disregarding your own well-being.
I chose this life of my own accord, and I take pride in what I do. If I get hurt in the process, that's just part of the deal. And if I'm caught and the townspeople hurl stones and fruit as I march to my execution, I'll still die with a smile on my face because...
Okay, enough!
This is the reason why I can't keep letting you do this! You want to protect the people important to you, right? Well, I want to make sure you don't end up dead and covered in rotting fruit! So if you still insist on being a reckless fool, I'm going to protect you anyway!
Even though it means siding with a filthy villain?
I'm not about to help you commit crimes. And if it looks like you're going to hurt someone, I'll do everything in my power to stop you. I just want to save my friend, okay?
I truly don't get you sometimes. Also, can't believe I'm going to fall for a cornball line like that.
Did you say something, Yuri?
Nothing. Forget it.
I don't care much for battle.
Who, me? Fine. What's the plan?
The fight starts now. Time to...
Here goes. Yeah, I got it.
Initiating the operation. Let's go, everyone.
Oh, if I must. Leave this to me.
Go to work.
Okay, but I'm not doing any extra work.
Let's get this battle underway.
Keep up or get left behind. Got it?
Not gonna die here. My turn. Witness my true power!
Retreat! Can't fight like this. I'm bleeding all over the place.
No escape!
I'm utterly exhausted.
Yeah. Looks like that's it for us. My work is done.
I would defeat the purpose of all this.
Come on!
Retreat!
Good enough. That should do it.
Can't let it end like this. Not a problem. I've got it.
Let's go!
This is the worst. Looks like that's it for us.
Here goes. Yeah, I got it.
My turn. Take a breather. Now! Looks like we got a live one. Time to get in there and... Fight! Not a problem. I've got this. Initiating the operation. Let's go, everyone.
Here goes. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, if I must. Leave this to me.
Not a problem. I've got this.
It's nap time.
Let's get started. Sorry, take a breather. I'll take you all on.
I'm sorry. We weren't strong enough.
Don't say I'm not gonna die
I face my comrades after this.
Here it comes! You're done! Not a problem. I've got this. I'm in. Not a problem. I'm here.
Look out, emergency! Send backup!
Witness my true power! I need your hand over here. No escape! Location secure. We can ill afford defeat here.
Oh, if I must. If my assistance...
I'm dragging the others down.
My turn. Initiating the operation. Enemy down. I'm in. You control your power well. No mercy. There! A taste more. Initiating the upper. Let's bitter than blackest coffee. All would be lost if I were to die here.
This is defeat. I'm sorry.
All right. Successful mission.
Why? Witness my true power! Just as I thought. The two of us can rule this battlefield. Luck was on our side today. I won't let myself stop here.
We've dealt with bandits before, But this is worse than anything I could have imagined.
Indeed. The damage done to the larger towns was upsetting enough. But the horrors unleashed upon some of the villages borders on the unspeakable.
We saw entire fields trampled and destroyed. Whole villages burned to their foundations.
Attacking innocent civilians like that. It's inhuman.
How could anyone be so cruel? To torment people like this and then walk away laughing. It's horrible.
I'm convinced that those who slither in the dark are behind this, pulling the strings. It makes perfect sense, seeing as they already know Ordelia Territory so well.
What do you mean?
Many years ago, the Empire accused House Ordelia of participating in the Hrym rebellion. This was just an excuse to begin meddling in our affairs. During that time, they sent a group of strange mages into Ordelia Territory. Everything about them felt wrong, from the way they looked to the powers they possessed. It was clear they weren't regular people.
Are you saying they were really those who slither in the dark?
I believe so, now that I look back on it, though it's not exactly a memory I care to relive.
And now they've wormed their way into Ordelia and Hrym territories again. This is just a guess, but their base of operations could be somewhere near here. Do you remember ever having lived in this area?
Yeah. My mom and I spent a few years in a mountain village somewhere in Ordelia Territory. But she wasn't born there, and I don't know where she lived before that.
There could be a connection there. Or maybe it's nothing. Either way, dealing with them needs to be our top priority. We gave them this opening. They never would have been able to take advantage of us like this if we hadn't been at war. Just another reason why we have to end this conflict as quickly as possible. We have to ensure nothing like this ever happens again.